host, Team Tiger. Real quick. Winner sack of about 40 pastors for not meeting up to, should I say, the target of growth index, and it's been a hot talk online of recent. We really don't have much time to start reviewing the opinions of a lot of persons, so we're just going to cut to the chase real quick. Now listen. As far as the system that has been adopted by the masses is concerned, Dr. Bishop Oyedepo was within the confine of his right to do what he did. Personally, I don't subscribe to the system, because if you compare and contrast what Christ introduced and what we are doing now, they are totally different. Okay, but somehow we evolved, and there was a new system where one person can open churches and employ persons, and they are paid salaries. Christ never had the time to start assessing the number of persons the apostles or disciples preached to. He just told them to go into the world and preach the gospel, and that was it. He wasn't paying them. It was less for them to do it as much as they are willing or they are able, and voila. But somehow we evolved into a system where you can open branches. But some countries still don't do this. There are some countries that don't practice this system. But as far as this system that we've welcomed is concerned, Dr. Oyedepo was within the confines of his rights. I mean, check it out now. You employ somebody, you are paying the person 40,000 a month, and the person is only generating 10,000. Boom! it's off already. So that's for that. Now, secondly, if somehow you are convinced, you are of the conviction that the reason these guys were sacked has no trace to money, you are very wrong. Like, you are wrong in capital letters. Like, really? See, every special church gathering has a financial target. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's not debatable. In fact, this is not about opinion, this is about what it is. I was born in the church where if this year's harvest, this that a big Thanksgiving harvest now, they do in December, falls below last year's one, the pastor is in soup. Alright, the other will get it straight, it's better for all of us. And it's not about, we are not judging, we are just saying what it is. There's a financial target for every special gathering. Now you may want to wonder, so how does it relate with money? Because they use the word growth index. I mean, they are too smart to come and tell you because they didn't make enough money. People are equals to money. The moment you gather these persons, leave it to the ruler of the church. They know what to do. They have their special program, special park programs every now and then in the year. There is the Holy Ghost Convention, there is the every month Thanksgiving, there is Seed, there is Shiloh. They just want you to bring these people, and they have a target. So the moment they strike a balance, and the number of persons you are bringing cannot cover up for what they are paying you, you are off. That's just how it works. Okay? Because I see people trying to defend that it's not because of money. It's because of money, and they are not wrong. Just calm down. Nobody is judging your pastor. Nobody is crucifying them. If I own an organization, a business, and I employ people, they are not doing well as much as I feel they should, then I would let them go. It's as simple as ABC. See, no owner of a business will take responsibility for loss. During COVID-19, banks sacked their staffs. Employers sacked their staffs or reduced their salary. No owner of a business will take. It takes special integrity and special another level of what do I call it now? Discipline or perseverance for there to be losses, and the owner of a business will decide to say, hey, let me just persevere. In most times, it doesn't happen. Okay, let's just get it straight once and for all. The next is Reno Omokri's take on this whole issue. Reno Omokri is somebody I respect so much. I learn from him. I watch his videos, especially on Instagram. Somebody of wisdom, somebody that has gone far. I respect him a lot. But for the first time in a long time, kind of find him off track. For the first time in a very long time. you know, considering his take on this matter. Now, in his words, he said, I read the letter from Winners Chapel and did not mention anything about money. Rather, it used the word church growth. Christ called us to engage in evangelism. Matthew 28, 18 to 20. Any pastor that fails at that core duty should be sacked. This is what Christ told us in Matthew 25, 14 to 29. The sacked pastors who went to press after releasing the live video is playing on emotions. He's not considering that. He's undermining the faith of believers. In John 15, 16, Christ said, I choose you and appointed you that you should go and bear fruit. Now ask yourself what the consequence of not bearing fruit is. Christ answered the question in John 15, 2. Every branch in me that does not bear fruit, he takes away. This is why the only thing Christ ever cursed in lifetime on earth is the fig tree that bore no fruit. Mark 11:14. Winners Chapel is in order. So I'm just going to use one of his point line and establish on it. Mark 11, chapter 12. Now listen. Jesus crosses the fig tree. On the following day, when they came from Bethany, he was hungry, and seeing in the distance a fig tree in leaf, he went to see if he could find anything on it. When he came to it, he found nothing but leaves, for it was not the season for figs. And he said to it, may no one ever eat from you again. And Tapu heard it. And it's simple. He crossed the tree and the tree withered. You see, I've said this to a lot of my friends. You see, when we are reading the Bible, let's calm down. Because there's a lot to it. Do you know if that fig tree was a human being, Christ acted very ungodly to that fig tree or human being? The reason why we don't look at it from this point of view is because Christ came to preach the message of love your neighbor as yourself, not love your animals as yourself, not love your tree as yourself. Take a chill pill and relax and understand that Christ only acted on the ground of human being, not godliness. Yeah. Because if we should just take what Christ said and what happened there and, drag it into our lives, meaning a woman that gets married and cannot give birth should be killed because she's unfruitful. But let's not really talk about it now. It's Christ, by the way. So when he was just hungry, and when he got there was no fruit, he said, you know, get fruit. Boom, he caused the tree, and it happened. The way you are watching TV and NEPA takes like, you'll be like, oh, motor, kill this NEPA. That's what happened. Christ acted humanly, not godly. Take me anywhere. To lovers of trees and lovers of animals, what Christ did was ungodly to that tree. Remember when Christ delivered somebody of evil spirit, he transferred the spirit into pigs. To animal lovers, those that take care of animals, what Christ did to those pigs were ungodly. I mean, why would he punish them like that? But on the second thought, his message is love your neighbor as yourself, even if it means putting animals into danger. I mean, something has to go for it. Let's not forget, even the Bible told us that it was not the season of figs. What do you expect the tree to do? Start producing fruit when it was not the season. It was God that created that tree and designed it to bear fruit in a particular way. So because the tree saw Jesus, all of a sudden it should start bearing fruit. It doesn't work that way. What happens to Christ coming and blessing the tree to start producing fruit regardless of its season? So what's my point exactly? Reno Omokri bringing this to expatiate on his point that Winners Chapel was in order to have started those pastors is totally off track. Jesus caused that tree based on his human feeling. Remember when Christ was on earth, he was a human being just like you and I. Yeah, he was a human being who could get hungry, get angry, who had sexual urges, who still goes to the toilet, who still took his bath. He just understood his mission, which was to redirect people's focus on the ground of religion, and he did it quite all right. But he's still a human being. He was still a human being with flaws, whether you like it or not. Take it or leave it. At the point, somebody called him good master. He said, I'm not good, for the only person that is good is Baba. Trees have seasons. He say someone that is not fruitful should be sacked. If a woman cannot give birth, they should be killed then. What do you think? Let's not forget that we've already expatiated that the winners are in order, considering the system that we have adopted. You are not making profit, go. The only reason why it's controversial is because from where this thing started, it was not like this. This wasn't the kind of Christianity Christ established. He said he just go into the world and preach. Christ never had time to be checking books and asking Peter how many people have you converted. No, he wasn't paying them. But we now like the system because we like money. We want fast blessings. We adopted the system and we are enjoying it. So it's validated. But looking at it from the point of omokri, this fig tree is totally off track. I hope you're getting the point. Well, it's still my opinion, but I think this is just more than opinion. This is what it is. I am a waiting Timothy, Team Tiger. I'll wait for your comments and your suggestions. What do you think? It's Realtalks with Team Tiger. Don't touch that. Peace.